Attention passionate Baltimore Ravens fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the AFC North, and it could change the game entirely. We're talking about a seismic shift that could dramatically alter the Baltimore Ravens' path to another Super Bowl run, a move that might leave division rivals stumbling for years to come. This is news you won't want to miss, and we're bringing it to you firsthand. But before we dive into the details, if you're a true Baltimore Ravens fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even further. Show that you're part of this family and let's work together to reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your friends, fellow Ravens fans, and everyone who loves NFL action. Now, let's get to the news. All right, Ravens fans, sit tight because there's some serious buzz swirling around the league right now. Rumors, whispers, and speculation that could reshape the landscape of the AFC North, and more broadly, the entire AFC playoff picture. And at the heart of it all is a potential blockbuster trade that could significantly enhance our offense and boost our Super Bowl chances. The name that's been front and center in recent reports? Kyle Pitts, the electrifying tight end currently with the Atlanta Falcons. Now I know what some of you might be thinking. Pitts, isn't he still young and somewhat unproven? Well, yes and no. Pitts, at just 25 years old, has already established himself as one of the most dynamic and mismatch-proof tight ends in the league. His combination of size, speed, and agility makes him a nightmare for defenses to handle. Imagine what he could do in Baltimore, especially with Lamar Jackson leading the charge. But more on that later. So, what's the scoop? According to multiple sources close to the situation, the Ravens are engaged in serious discussions about acquiring Kyle Pitts from Atlanta. The proposed deal, still in the early stages, involves a first-round pick, possibly the 22nd overall selection in this year's draft, in exchange for Pitts. The Falcons, who finished last season with a 7-10 record, are eager to rebuild, clear cap space, and add draft capital to accelerate their rebuild process. Their cap situation isn't ideal. They are approximately $5 million over the salary cap for 2024, and they're prioritizing extending their young offensive linemen, especially on the interior, as well as shoring up their defensive front. For the Falcons, trading Pitts makes strategic sense. They're looking to shed his cap hit of roughly $24 million annually and focus on building from the trenches outward. Moving Pitts could free up around $31 million in cap space, a valuable asset in today's NFL salary cap environment. They could then channel those resources into extending key defensive players or acquiring additional draft picks to facilitate their rebuild. Plus, with their current roster needing significant work, particularly on defense, they might view this trade as a way to accelerate their draft and cap management strategies. For us, the Baltimore Ravens, acquiring Pitts would be nothing short of transformative. Let's delve into what makes Pitts such a tantalizing target and how he could impact our team. The player, Kyle Pitts, the mismatch machine asterisk at 6'6", 246 pounds, Kyle Pitts boasts a rare combination of size, speed, and athleticism. His 40-yard dash time of 4:44 seconds is elite for a player of his size, and his wingspan, measured at 83 inches, gives him an advantage in contested catch situations, especially in the red zone. Over his career, Pitts has demonstrated an uncanny ability to create mismatches against linebackers and safeties, often lining up in multiple positions, tight end, slot, or even out wide, making him an unpredictable threat. In 2025, Pitts caught 62 passes for 812 yards, averaging 13.1 yards per reception and tallying 6 touchdowns. His yards after the catch, averaging 4.2 yards per reception, highlight his ability to turn short catches into sizable gains. His route running has improved year over year, and he's become a reliable target in clutch situations, especially in the red zone, where his size and leaping ability shine. Historical context and career trajectory. Drafted 5th overall in 2021 out of Florida, Pitts was heralded as a generational talent, often compared to tight ends like George Kittle or even a young Rob Gronkowski. His college career at Florida was stellar, setting school records for receiving yards by a tight end and showcasing his ability to stretch the field. In his rookie season, Pitts immediately made an impact, registering 68 receptions for 126 yards and a touchdown, earning a Pro Bowl nod and solidifying his status as a top-tier offensive weapon. However, his subsequent seasons have been somewhat inconsistent, partly due to quarterback play, injuries, and the Falcons' overall offensive struggles. Still, his talent remains undeniable, and with a better quarterback situation, say Lamar Jackson, his production could skyrocket. The fit in Baltimore *, the Ravens' offense has long been built around the dual-threat ability of Lamar Jackson and a versatile, explosive offense. Last season, the team ranked third in total offense, averaging 379 yards per game, but struggled in the red zone, finishing 16th with a scoring percentage of 62%. Adding Pitts could push that number over 80%, making the Ravens one of the most dangerous red zone teams in the league. Imagine Pitts lining up in multiple positions, split out wide in the slot or inline, creating mismatches against linebackers like Logan Wilson Bengals, who graded out at 79.8 by PFF, or safeties trying to keep up. His route-running ability, combined with Lamar's improvisational skills, would open up countless mismatched opportunities. Statistical impact * based on his 2025 stats, Pitts could contribute approximately 850-900 receiving yards, targeted around 60 to 68 times, with a catch percentage exceeding 60%. His EPA, expected points added, per target of plus 0.19 would significantly boost our offensive efficiency. Plus, his success rate of 62% on contested catches demonstrates he can be relied upon in tight coverage, crucial in high-pressure playoff games. Deep dive: how Pitts elevates the Ravens' offense. The Ravens' offense last season was effective but often predictable. Adding Pitts, who can operate across the formation, would diversify our attack. His ability to create yards after the catch, around 260 YAC in 2025, would complement Lamar's improvisational style. Defenses would be forced to account for him in multiple ways, perhaps even doubling him, which would open up other options, like the slot receiver or the running game. Furthermore, Pitts' blocking, rated at a PFF grade of 78.4, provides additional value in the running game. He's capable of sealing the edge on outside runs or helping in chip blocks on blitzing linebackers and defensive ends, making him a more complete tight end than many give him credit for. Playoff and Super Bowl implications: the potential addition of Pitts could be a game-changer in playoff scenarios. Historically, tight ends who can stretch the field and win contested catches, think Kittle with the 49ers or Andrews with the Ravens, are critical in postseason success. Pitts' ability to make plays in clutch moments, especially in adverse weather conditions or in tight coverage, could be the difference-maker in close games. His presence would also force defenses to allocate extra coverage, freeing up other weapons like Zay Flowers, Mark Andrews, if re-signed, and the emerging rookie wideouts. That kind of multi-layered attack is what championship teams are built on. Expectations for the future *: if this trade goes through, the Ravens' immediate goal is to maximize Pitts' potential in 2024 and beyond. With Lamar Jackson in his prime and a roster that's steadily improving on both sides of the ball, adding a player like Pitts signals our intent to contend seriously. Long-term, Pitts could evolve into the centerpiece of our passing attack, much like Travis Kelce is for the Kansas City Chiefs. His youth, just 25, means he has room to grow, and with the right coaching staff, he could develop into an all-time great tight end. The broader AFC North context: the AFC North is arguably the most competitive division in football, with the Bengals, Steelers, and Browns all vying for supremacy. The Bengals, with Joe Burrow and a stacked offense, remain formidable. The Steelers, led by Kenny Pickett and a stout defense, are trending upward. The Browns have a dominant defense and a capable offense led by Deshaun Watson. The Ravens' potential move for Pitts could give us a critical edge, an offensive weapon that can produce big plays and keep defenses honest. It's a strategic move that could tilt the division in our favor, especially if we can complement Pitts with our emerging young talent and experienced veterans. Player profiles and key matchups: Lamar Jackson *. His ability to extend plays and throw on the run would mesh perfectly with Pitts' skill set. Lamar's 2023 season saw him throw for over 600 yards and 26 touchdowns, with a passer rating of 99.3. Adding Pitts would give him a reliable and explosive target in critical moments. Mark Andrews *. Presumably healthy and still a top-tier tight end, Andrews' presence alongside Pitts could create matchup nightmares. The defense can't double both, and the mismatches could be exploited in many ways. Defense versus offense dynamics *. Opposing defenses would be forced to choose. focus on stopping Pitts or contain Lamar's run game. That kind of strategic dilemma is what championship teams leverage. Expectations and future outlook looking ahead. If the Ravens secure Pitts before the trade deadline, which is November 4th, 2024, the impact could be immediate and profound. Our offense could evolve into one of the most dynamic in the league, flexible, explosive, and unpredictable. In the playoffs, Pitts' presence could help us convert third-and-long situations, score touchdowns in tight windows, and stretch the field vertically. His size and athleticism are ideal for cold-weather games. Think of what he could do in January if we make it that far. The AFC landscape is tough, but with Pitts on our roster, our Super Bowl odds would likely improve significantly, from roughly plus 3,000 to around plus 1,200 or better, depending on how well the rest of the team performs. Conclusion: the big picture asterisk in essence, this potential move for Kyle Pitts is about more than just acquiring a talented tight end. It's about signaling our intent to contend, building a roster capable of winning in multiple ways, and creating a nightmare scenario for defenses. It's about elevating our offense to new heights and giving Lamar Jackson a weapon that can change the game in an instant. The Ravens have always been known for their innovative approach, blending power, speed, and strategic thinking. Adding Pitts would be the next step in that evolution, a move that could define this season and set us up for years of success. So Ravens fans, stay tuned, because this story is still unfolding. Whether it materializes or remains a rumor, it's a testament to how aggressive and ambitious our front office is willing to be in pursuit of Lombardi glory. And remember, in football, sometimes it's the boldest moves that change everything. We're on the brink of something exciting, and I couldn't be more pumped to see how this unfolds. Whether Pitts becomes a Raven or not, one thing is for sure. Baltimore is always looking to get better, and the future is bright with possibilities. Pause. If you want the YouTube algorithm to keep recommending the latest Baltimore Ravens updates, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let's continue with the big reveal. And now, Ravens fans, I want to hear your thoughts. What's your take on this potential trade? Do you think Pitts would be the perfect addition, or do you have concerns about cap space, team fit, or other factors? Drop your comments below because your opinion matters a lot to us and to the team. Stay tuned for more updates, as I'll be back soon with all the latest Baltimore Ravens news. This team is always evolving, always pushing forward, and with moves like this, or even just the rumors, it's clear we're in for an exciting season. Let's keep that passion alive, support our boys, and believe that with the right pieces, we can make another deep playoff run, and who knows, bring home that Lombardi trophy once again. Keep the faith, Ravens Nation. The future is ours to shape, and I can't wait to see what's next.